How to sell inheritance property with siblings. Inheritance is the act of passing on property, titles, obligations, rights, and commitments upon the death of an individual. The principles of inheritance vary amongst social orders and have changed after some time. Property received from an ancestor either through a will or from the operation of intestacy or succession laws. Many parents will their property similarly to every one of their kids, leaving the children to choose how to separate everything up. In the event that piece of that inheritance is the family home or another real estate, an ideal approach to partition the asset is to sell it and part up to the money. In any case, selling inheritance property presents uncommon calculated, practical and passionate difficulties. Having a plan and enlisting proficient help will permit the best result for everybody included. Probate. Before a person sells a property that he inherits, the estate must experience probate. Most states consider summary probate, an expedited procedure that doesn't take a great deal of time or require legal advice. However, that choice is accessible just for little estates extending in an incentive from a couple of $1,000s to a couple of $100,000. Many states that incorporate real estate and different assets will surpass this edge, which means the person will need to sit tight for the general probate procedure to finish up before he can put the property available in the market. Once the estate experiences probate, the court gives the agent of the will the authority to act to disseminate the estate's assets and settle the estate's debts. In case the person is the executor and he has siblings who share in the inheritance of the property, he will require the authorization of his siblings and the courts to sell. Agreeing to sell. On the off chance that everybody involved in the inheritance agrees the property ought to be sold, the executor can appeal to the court to permit the sale and continue from that point. Inconvenience happens when at least one siblings need to sell and the others need to keep the property. All things considered, will need to negotiate. The sibling who needs to hold the property can purchase out the other sibling's interest in the property. He may need to apply for a new loan to do as such. A different circumstance, selling the property is the main choice to settle debts of the estate. For this situation, the courts may overrule the dissenting sibling. In case a person is experiencing difficulty going to an agreement, a family middle person might have the capacity to help broker one. What's more, he ought to have an estate legal lawyer speak to him to maintain a strategic distance from exorbitant legal mistakes. Preparing to sell. A home that had a place with an elderly parent or another relative may require repairs and updating before they can put it available in the market. They have to clean out their relatives' belongings. Consider employing an inspector to spot potential issues and prescribe repairs. On the off chance that they don't live close by, a local real estate agent can survey the property for them and recommend changes that will make the home more attractive, for example, updating the kitchen or including landscaping. They additionally have the choice of selling the home as is, however for this situation they may need to acknowledge a lower cost, particularly if the house needs broad cleaning or repair. Tax considerations. When a person sells a property he has inherited, his tax basis for the property is the home's estimation on the day the individual who willed it to him passed on. The contrast between that value and the amount he understands from the sale is the gain on which he owes taxes. At the point when a few siblings inherit equal shares in a property, they partition the gain similarly and each claim that share on their taxes. In this way, if the house was worth $300,000 when mom died and successor sells for $345,000 and three siblings inherit, each claims a $15,000 gain. In the event that successor sells for the value of the home or less, he doesn't have a gain to report. For free samples of probates, inherited, foreclosures, absentees landlord, vacant, code violations, evictions list visit www.rensupermarket.com.